Skewness. After the study of measures of central tendency and dispersion, the next topic what we need to discuss is regarding skewness. Skewness is nothing but a disturbance in the normal distribution. An asymmetrical curve is called as a skewness. What do you mean by normal distribution curve? What do you mean by asymmetrical curve? What does the skewness means, and why we are going to learn about this skewness, and what are the different types of measures of skewness we have? Let's see in this topic. Now, see, there are two diagrams which are visible to you, and the second one onto the right side. You have three graphs over here. The black one, wherein between the middle one is symmetrical distribution. Symmetrical distribution is nothing but the graph of the given distribution is 100% a bell-shaped curve. A bell-shaped curve. That means once you break that bell into half the part, that means once you break this graph into the two parts, the first part will be the mirror image of the second part. That is called as symmetrical curve. If both the faces are not, that means both the sides of this perpendicular line is not common, then that is said to be an asymmetrical curve. Now, once you find out a problem, once you find out any distribution, they'll be having some properties of that particular distribution. Some might be following some distributions like binomial, Poisson, normal distribution, and practically these numerical values always follows normal distribution. Okay, normal distribution, and again we'll be discussing in our further classes. Now, in this normal distribution, always mean, median, and mode values will coincide. Mean means what? See, this normal distribution means the tails of the normal distribution always ranges from minus infinite to plus infinite. Okay, in general. That means if you are taking the average of minus infinite to plus infinite, what is the average that you get? Almost the middle value, that is 0. Even median divides the given data into two equal parts. That means again 0 divides the given data. That means negative values as well as the positive values. And mode, wherever the graph is high, that is called as mode value. In symmetrical distribution, always mean, median, mode will be coincided. And if there is any disturbances in this normal distribution, that means in this symmetrical distribution, then that distribution is said to be skewed distribution or asymmetrical distribution. Why does these things will happen? Why do these disturbances happen in a given distribution? See, in one of the diagram, it is stretched towards the right hand side, and in one of the diagram, it is stretched towards the left hand side. When does this happen? Let us check it out. Now, there are some observations. Let's take an example. Now you have found out the average of these observations. Let's take an example. So there are 5 observations which are given to you, and the middlemost value 3 is called as the average value, or you can call it as the median value. Of course, okay, right? So now I have already calculated my answer. After calculating, I forgot that I need to add 2 more observations to this distribution. A group of numbers which are following something is called as a distribution, and for this distribution I would like to add 2 more observations which are called as 6 and 7. Now you just tell me what is the new mean or median of the given distribution. Earlier 1 to 5, the 5 numbers are there, the middlemost value is 3. Now
4.
2 more values have been added. Immediately, exactly, our new median or the average of the given distribution have become 4. That means what? By adding two variables, by adding two values to the right hand side, our median has been changed by one value. Our mean has been changed by one value. In the similar way, let us take the another example that we have the observations of see how many observations are given to us. There are again 7 observations are given to us. Out of these 7 observations, number 7 is the middlemost value or the average value. Now at the same time, I'm adding some numbers. I'm adding some numbers to the left hand side. What is happening here? Now your 7 will become as 6. The average of the given distribution will become 6, or the median will become 6. That means if you are adding numbers to the left hand side, there is some disturbances to the left hand side, then your mean value or median value is changing towards the left side. If you are making changes to the right hand side, the same thing is applied to the right hand side. The similar way, see, you have found out some answer, you got this graph for that problem. Let's take an example. See, we have solved n number of problems. There is one problem given with x values and frequencies are given. Now, for this distribution, I have drawn this chart. Let's again, if you want for your understanding, I'll draw it one more time. Now let's go to the charts. I'm drawing this one. See, I got all these numbers. That means all the values have been plotted over here. Now, once I draw a freehand curve for these values, I'll get a normal distribution curve. I'll get a normal distribution curve because at the center point, it is not a rule that always the value should be centric. We are trying to find out on which variable there is more concentration. In this given number, the concentration is more at 4. The mode of the given distribution is 4. The mean of the given distribution is 4, and median is also 4. By practical problems, we have already seen while the calculation of measures of central tendency. Okay, so now I have been adding some numbers. Let us suppose I want to make some changes to this 6 and 7, and I wanted to make that means I wanted to add 6 some more variables over here, and at the same time 7 wanted to become 7. See the changes, what it is going to happen. That means there are some changes which have been affected in 6 and 7 over here. Yes or no? There are some changes which has happened in 6 and 7. So earlier these were the values. So that is the disturbances which we are going to calculate is called as skewness. So if that is going to happen to the right hand side, if the graph of the given distribution is being dragged to the right hand side, okay, it is extending to the right hand side, then it is said to be positive skewness. Or if the graph of the given distribution is stretched towards the left hand side, then it is called as negative skewness. Dragged means what? Values are being added to the left hand side or the right hand side. In the just previous itself, in the word file, I was explaining you that by adding numbers to the left hand side, mean has came back to the left hand side, right? Even the median also came back, but mode may or may not come. In the similar way, if the numbers are being added to the right hand side, there is a change in mean, there is a change in median, but no change in mode. By seeing this graph, see, I have made some changes in 6 and 7. These two values have been changed, but the highest value 4 remains same. So that means the mode of the given distribution is constant here. Okay. The mode will be at the same places, but there will be changes in mean and median. In negative skewness, mean is always less than, median is always less than mode. In right positive skewness, mode is less than, median less than mean. Let's take an example that here 30 less than 31 less than 32. Mean is 30, median is 31, and mode is 32. In the reverse way, for positive skewness, 30, 31, 32. Again the same example. Mode is 30, median 31, and mean is 32 here. So now I wanted to calculate to what extent there was a change in the given distribution. There is one problem given to me. I already found out mean value or median value or something else now. If because of two numbers, I cannot go back and I cannot start again the problem to solve it. So I'll try to find out how much variation was there in my problem, whether it to the positive side or the negative side. Positive side means increasing side, negative side means it is to the decreasing side. So to calculate that, we have two measures. We have measures of skewness. First one is Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness. Second one is Bowley's coefficient of skewness. So now the formula for Karl Pearson's coefficient of skewness is, it is denoted by SK, and the formula is mean minus mode by standard deviation. Of course, if a problem is given to us, if we know the formula to find out mean, mode, and standard deviation, by substituting all the three in the given formula, we can find out the skewness. Okay, and the next one is the other one who would like to suggest one more formula is Bowley's coefficient of skewness. This is purely based on quartile deviation. Okay, so now Q1 is first quarter, Q3 is third quarter, M is second quarter. M is second quarter, which is known as median. Q2 is known as median. Now the formula is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 Q2 divided by Q3 minus Q1 is our formula for to find out Bowley's coefficient of skewness. Skewness can be measured in two variants. One using measures of central tendency and the other one is using measures of dispersion. So by seeing these values, we can come to the know that whether it has been a positively skewed answer or to the negatively skewed answer.